All right, guys, gals, it's Ted from Pewview Farms here. It is Tuesday evening. Thank you, thank you for all of you that wished my father a happy birthday. Like I said, man, it's near and dear to my heart, and he's a great dude, and I really appreciate that as well as him. As you guys can see here in the background, we got the Ford 5610. And I'm going to sneak in a little bit of footage earlier. Me and my wife, we had this thing out. We were able to pull our tedder out, getting ready for some action. And we went up to the home farm, and we had to grab the round bale wagon that we got. And I got some old round bales on there. I wanted to get those off and get it out of the field. So we got it ready to go. Just got back from picking up the hay bine. It's not here, but I'll give it a little picture for you guys. That's at the home farm, sitting out ready to be hooked up to the Kubota. Sorry, I just swallowed the bug. Yeah, I'm positive I just swallowed the bug. No, I just want to get this put away. We're supposed to get a rainstorm tonight. And just want to make sure that she stays. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. It's 5610 power right there. No, just want to get that put away for the night. God, the freaking mosquitoes are horrible here. Yes, it is. It's a beautiful tractor, guys. I love it. I really, really do. Excited. I'm very, very excited. Like I said, we're going to be doing hay here. If not starting tomorrow night, Thursday for sure, by the looks of our weather. Basically, if it's going to rain Thursday morning early, and it's not going to be really too wet tomorrow night, I'll mow tomorrow night when I get home from work. And then just, I'm only mowing one night. For the amount of time and stuff like that, for what I can get down in a 4-hour period, 5-hour period, that's usually enough for me for the week, or for my weekend of doing hay and stuff like that. So that's most of my field behind the house. We're going to start there, and then we're going to work up here across the street, and we're going to get that going. And then there's one other little piece right up the road here that another neighbor offered me if I wanted to take it off this year. And it's actually some really good hay. It was reseeded just a couple years ago, and it's got some really good grass and clover in it. So I would like the opportunity to take that also. Like I said, I think we're going to get most of our, almost pretty much all of our first cut will be just enough to feed our animals for the year. So that's good. That means we're not relying on a second cutting. If something detrimental happens, the equipment goes down, Mother Nature doesn't cooperate and lets us get on the fields, we get a drought, something crazy like that, I'll know I'll still have enough hay and I ain't going to have to buy anything. So that's our main concern right now, is making sure that we can get enough hay put up for the animals for the winter, whether it be first, second, third, fourth, fifth, or sixth. So no, just up here, going to get this put away for the night. Like I said, we're going to get a rainstorm sometime later, early morning, I guess. So I just wanted to say thank you guys for checking out the video this morning. Wishing my old man happy birthday. And I'll throw in some other clips I took earlier today of some of the stuff that we were doing when I got home from work. So, all right, guys, if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I look forward to talking to y'all real soon. Alright guys, I am back. We're over here at the Quonset hut. This is where we store our hay for the winter months. Stays nice and dry. As it sits right now, we can put just a little over 200 bales. Once you start getting towards the door here, it gets a little tricky. That's where the skid steer comes in handy. You can maneuver bales kind of sideways back on that wall, and everything like that. This year what I would like to do is on the other side of that scenic, picturesque scene right there, there is enough room to put another 60 bales. Yes, 60 bales what I figured. And that's big. That's really big. And basically that was meant for cows to come in and out, get out of the sun and stuff like that. But every one of these pastures have shade trees, woods, and stuff like that. So basically what I want to do is I want to take all that down, and that is the east end of the barn. And as most of you probably already know, your east ends, if you're going to leave anything open, you got to leave the east end open. That's where you get your least amount of weather, wind, such and such like that. So what I would like to do is basically take all that down and close this end for the winter. Just close the doors and start bringing my bales from here and putting them up against that back wall. That in turn will be easier for me in the winter. I can come right in from there and start getting bales. It's a kind of a pain to get bales the way that they're put in over here. Because as I say, there's 3 or 4 rows that the tractor can't really get in there too well. So if you're coming from that end over there, basically you're going to be able to come all the way through and stack bales here. So we're looking at about 260 bale count in here, which is pretty good if I take that wall down. If not, probably 230 maybe, give or take. You know, we'll see. But it ain't gonna be much. Really all I got to do is crawl through here and I'll show you guys. This is a nice place for the calves to get out if they ever needed to. Basically what I want to do is there's just a little bit of fence over here that can come down. So we'll block that fence off there at that pole right there. Make that my corner pole. And it's going to come all the way back here to me, to the Quonset hut. So this little area here eventually can get cleaned out. We'll put gravel in here. This will be a nice staging area for baleage bales. As you can see, we got some old junk shit stuff there on the cart. But this whole area right here will be beautiful for individual wrap bales. That's the route we're gonna go. I would like to get a wrapper this year. We'll see how that works. If not, I'm definitely going to be using an individual bale wrapper, and maybe I'll just try to get a hugger this year instead. But I figured this will be a nice little staging area right here. You know, we'll get some gravel in here someday eventually. But yeah, if I take that wall down, we can come in right through here with bales, and I think it'd just be so much easier. Absolutely, because the tractor can basically get in there all winter long. I don't have to come up here with the skid steer and snake a couple bales out because it's too tight or something crazy. There's plenty of room here. So that's my plans. I'm going to try shooting to do this before we start putting hay in here. And if we start cutting hay Thursday or even tomorrow, I'm looking at probably baling Saturday or Sunday. So Saturday or Sunday, we're going to start putting hay away. Probably most likely Sunday. Logically speaking, I imagine it would be right around Sunday we'll start bringing hay in and get it out. Because Monday they're calling for some rain, so we want to get everything in so it's nice and dry. So I don't think it's going to take much. This is soft ground here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some fence poles. I got a ton of fence poles laying around here, there, everywhere. Get a really good sharp edge on them, and I'm just going to drive them down in with the Kubota or the skid steer, one or the other. Normally I would borrow the auger that we use, but short notice like that, I think I can just put this little piece of fence in really quick. I already got my wire. All I got to do is take the wire down off the insulators and just wrap it around to the corner of the building here. And that'll keep the cows from coming in here, and then it'll save a lot more for me. Plus, it'll be a lot easier for us. We're going to have a lot more room then when we come in with that wagon and the tractor with the skid steer to unload these bales. Before, it was kind of tight where we do it, and here it's just going to make much more sense and a lot easier. So hopefully you guys get to see that done. I know how I say I like to see this done and that done, but sometimes things have to be done that make sense, and that makes sense. So didn't get going on it tonight because I wanted to make sure I had every piece of hay equipment ready to go in here. Tomorrow night, if I'm not mowing, that would be the, ooh, I don't want to fall in the shit pile. Tomorrow night, if I'm not mowing, that's going to be the project that's going to be done. So at least get up in here and get the poles driven. And eventually, someday, this kind of cobbled up mess, I'd like to put new fence up here, there. There's a lot of work here that needs to be done to make it really, really good. You know, make me happy. But for the time being, that has to get done. So, okay, what you're looking at there is the 492 New Holland hay bind. It got dragged out of storage. She was ready to come home. She knew she had some work to do, so she is fully serviced. I like to put my hay equipment away clean. I try to pressure wash everything. Balers, mowers, tedder, rake, everything. Grease, service, fully fluids, ready to go. So when I wait for the last minute, which I do on just about everything I do on this farm, it seems like sometimes, we're ready to go. So I was able to grab that tonight out of storage. I can hook it up to that messy, crappy looking Kubota. I shouldn't say it's not crappy. It's definitely not a crappy tractor by any means, but it is messy. That's the one thing I wanted to do tonight. I wanted to give that a bath, and it did not happen. We'll get the windows cleaned anyways before we head out into the field. Only got 3 windows to worry about. The 2 sides and the front. The back still hasn't been replaced, so we don't have to worry about washing it. But no, the 492 is ready to go. It's got his combat boots on, and this thing does a really, really good job mowing. 4th gear, 5th gear. I imagine this hay, that looking at it, I can probably, if it's really good and dry, I can probably get it down at 5th gear. How many miles an hour? I never pay attention. I just know what gear I'm in. It doesn't really matter to me how many miles an hour I'm going. But if it's really, really thick, 4th gear. It's 5th gear is pushing it, just working it too hard. So, yep, it was a long ride home. About 35 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour some spots. You take her nice and gentle. Tires have seen better days. They are starting to see some dry rot and stuff, so had to baby it a little bit. But this piece of equipment is one of the original pieces of equipment on the farm, one of the first things that we bought, and it was one of the best things that we bought. Very good hay equipment. New Holland, thumbs up to you guys. You guys have been doing it for a long, long time, and their design has very, very hardly changed at all. I mean, their designs are pretty much the same, and obviously for a reason, because it was foolproof. As long as you maintain the things, take care of them, and treat them like they're your own kid, they'll last a long, long time. So pretty excited to hook that up tomorrow. That's always exciting. And then to put that PTO on and listen to the freaking the pickup head running around. Oh, I can't wait. As you guys can see, I have hay allergies. I do take medicine and stuff for it. Yeah, what an occupation to pick. Farming. And I don't need to do this, but I love it. So I deal with it. The medicine that I take usually does a pretty good job. So I'll double it up this week on my doses. Sorry. And I think that bug that I swallowed up there is not setting well with me. Sorry about that. So, yeah, I just wanted to show you guys the 492. And she's ready. So every piece of the hay equipment is home and all set to go. Like I said, look forward to videos tomorrow or Thursday of us mowing hay. Tomorrow, definitely something. I mean, something's got to get done around here. So that being said, guys, look forward to talking to you real soon.